Information, education, motivation, real life, real topics. Welcome to Cayman Conversations, now streaming on Caymanian Times Facebook and YouTube channels, and also live on Bobo FM 89.1. Today we welcome back Miss Quita Johnson. She's joined by Jocelyn Brown and also Miss Jada, and they're gonna speak about the upcoming second health fair. Good afternoon, ladies, and welcome to Cayman Conversations. Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome to Cayman Conversations. How are you doing today?
We're fine.
Okay, great. How are you, Josine? I see
I'm good.
you're joined by Miss Jada White. Can you tell us something about Miss Jada White today?
All right, so Miss Jada is a first year nursing student, and she's just here because we are executing our second health fair, which they are instrumental in planning.
Okay, great. And welcome back, Quita. It's always a pleasure to see you. Well,
Thank you, Ron.
when was this health fair started, and how was the first one?
All right, so the first health fair was last year. Actually, we've been having health promotion with the first year students over the past maybe 5, 6 years. But then last year, we decided that we wanted to expand it to the community, UCCI and the Georgetown community. So the health fair is usually planned by the students, and it's from their course health promotion. So they are required to come up with a theme and an idea that they want to achieve for the semester. So we had our first one last year, which was well executed. I was so proud of the students. And this year, given that it's our 10th anniversary, we decided to go bigger and better this year. And we want more support. Last year, the support wasn't so good because we weren't sure if we wanted to extend it to everybody. But this year, it's open to everybody. And
Okay.
Miss Justine has done an awesome job with the first year students in planning this. So this year is our second one, and it's bigger because of our 10th anniversary. So we're going
Okay.
bigger, awesomeness, everything this
In
year.
one.
That's excellent. Miss Josine, what is going to happen in the health fair? We want to attract a lot of people. Tell us what they can expect to see when they arrive.
So when they arrive, we are going to be in the auditorium. So that is the Sir Vosler Johnson Auditorium. And once you approach the auditorium, you'll have a registration booth. So persons will register for even a grand prize. We'll be having a grand prize at the end. Persons will receive screening cards. They will go to the screening area. And we have over 18 booths that will be exhibitors that will be presented at each of these booths that we'll have. So it's a great event. We have, if you want me to talk about some of the booths we'll be having, RCIPS will be here, HSA will be here, Health City will be here, Student Life, which is part of UCCI, Optimist Club, Department of Environmental Health, the AIDS Foundation, Jasmine, the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association of the Cayman Islands, our own School of Nursing, the Cayman Islands Cancer Society, the National Drug Council, the Lions Club of Tropical Gardens, Revolution Spin Studio, and Cayman Career Academy.
And they're all booths manned by those individuals. Were they invited, or they just offered to be at the fair?
All with the exception of one, all were invited. Another person, Revolution Spin Club, heard about our fair and contacted us.
Okay, very good. Is there a fee to come to the fair, or it's free of cost?
It is completely free.
Okay. All right, Jada, tell us, what are you going to be doing at the fair, and how is your first? How is your School of Nursing going?
So our first year, we have conducted this event, and we will be doing a presentation on healthy alternatives in regards to food, which will hopefully inform people, make them more aware of the healthy choices that they can make when choosing food. We will also have our own booth, which will display many activities and fun games for people to play. And we also ask the nursing students in our years higher than us to help with screenings as well.
Okay. So are you going to be in your uniforms?
Yes, we are.
Excellent. Excellent. How many students are there, Miss Guida?
Well, in total, we have 33 students, but in the first year, we have 12 students.
Okay, I see. And this is put on by the first year students.
Yes, they are
Very
the
good.
ones doing most of the planning and organizing.
Yes. I know in our last discussion about the School of Nursing, we spoke about the careers in nursing and how it's going to impact our society. And I'm seeing now something that is very beneficial. And when you mentioned about this, the health fair, I was trying to understand whether it's going to be for students or for the whole community. And from what I'm hearing now, is something that the whole community could look forward to. That there'll be a health fair it is happening very, very soon. What date is it going to be again for me, please?
It will be June 14th, which is this Wednesday, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
And it's an all-day event. So we'll be serving light refreshments and we'll be having snacks throughout the day. So persons just need to come along and spend the day with us. If not, they can come at different times during the day.
Okay, good. Uh, there's screening happening. What types of screening can I look forward to when I attend?
So for this screening, we'll be having blood pressure checks, body mass index, blood glucose checking, cholesterol, and hearing.
Okay.
The hearing test will be done by um,
Health City.
Health City, right? So they will do the hearing, but the nurses will be nurses, that's us, the faculty, and the students will be doing the other screening.
Okay. And all the results will be available the same day? From
Same
us?
day, immediately.
Immediately.
Immediately. And we have made it so personalized. So they will get a little card with all their information on it.
Excellent. Jade, are you going to be, do you want some screening too?
No, I won't. But we have
Okay.
asked the second years to help with that.
The second year is okay. So
Just to clarify that, Ralph, the first years are not at that stage where they can do the screening.
okay.
So we ask the senior students, second through to fourth year, to assist with the screening.
Okay. Yeah. But the fair is organized by the first year students.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a part of a course called health promotion. So they learn how to promote health in the community. They learn about the different types of
Yeah.
or different ways in which to promote health. So they're just executing what they have learned.
Okay, good. If someone asks, why should I come to this health fair? I'm feeling good. I don't have high blood pressure. Is health screening important, even if I don't feel sick?
Yes, it's important. Screening is important. Screening is what tells you your numbers and prevents you from getting even sick or sicker, I should say. So you want to know what your numbers are, so you can prevent yourself from getting sick in the long run.
Okay.
And also, if you're not sick, your numbers will tell you if you're healthy, and so you can stay healthy or healthier.
Okay. I know the Minister of Health actually changed the name of her ministry to Health and Wellness, and it was a strategy of trying to get people to be healthy instead of getting sick later on in their lives. So this is falling right in line with what's being promoted from the government wide. Is the government supporting this event? Are they going to be available? Are they going to be visiting? Have they attended the last one?
No, we did not extend to the government, to the Minister of Health, which probably we really should have looked into and
Okay.
have her be a part of this. As you said, it's wellness. Yes, we will incorporate that somehow.
Yeah. I'm sure she will hear about this, or she's probably listening, and she will want to stop by. But it's great, and I applaud you on this event of having this nursing health fair, and I hope that you will have some more in the future. What are your future plans for for the health fair? Is it going to be an annual event?
We're hoping that it will be an annual event. And we're sure that after the feedback received from this one, it can only allow us to be better when we're planning the next one.
Yes. Very good, very good. I understand that there are going to be some presentations. Can you tell me about the presentations that will be there?
All right. So, as Jada said earlier, the first year nursing students will be doing a presentation on healthy alternatives. There will be a presentation from the National Drug Council on vaping, and there will be another presentation from the Alex Panton Foundation on mental health. So, those are the three main presentations for tomorrow. The aim is for persons to visit the booths rather than having presentations throughout the day.
Okay.
And when they go to different booth, they will also get health information.
I see. Why is vaping as one of the presentations? And whose idea was to put vaping in there?
All right. Whose idea was it? I can't recall, but you suggest yes, it was Miss Cuda who suggested it.
Yeah,
Or young, we'll be having a lot of young persons here. We know that vaping is an in thing for the young people. So we want to present ways in which it affects your health and how one can probably use another alternative as to vaping. So we'll see what the presenters present on that day.
yes. I think it was very interesting just to have a little conversation about that because, as you rightly said, many young people are more involved in vaping, and so therefore this career fair is not just for the older folks like myself who are looking at blood pressure and and sugar and mental illnesses, but now you're actually presenting to younger folks about vaping. So you're basically catering to a wide cross section of the community, and is that right?
Yes, we are. So it's a cross section, and remember, health is includes different components. It's not only about the physical health; it's the other elements towards health. So this health fair will cater to all those components,
Exactly.
right? So the spiritual, the financial, the all the other L's of health,
Yes.
and the
Okay,
safety,
right.
because RCIBS will be here. So the safety aspect of it as well.
Yes, it is
Well,
really covering a lot of topics. Go ahead, man.
I just want to point out, you said that the screening for older persons, but just remember that younger persons, because of their lifestyle, they don't sleep much, they eat a lot of fast foods, and the choices that they're making. So the screening is also for the younger persons because
Okay.
of their lifestyle. They'll also need to see their numbers. Being overweight, that's one of the things that factors may lead to high cholesterol as well. So, well, I should say it's reverse. The
Yes.
high cholesterol is a cause from obesity. So yes, our young people need to come in and get screened.
Yes. And you make a very good point there because when I was growing up, no one told me that I should be watching these things, checking my numbers, and and so when you grow older, you're hearing okay, you have all these challenges. But I think at a young age, it's good to know these things. And Jada, as a young student in the nursing in the nursing school, what do you think about learning about these things while you are young?
It's very important so that when you grow and progress, you're able to, this becomes easy to you. So you know that, okay, I need to check my numbers. I don't have to wait till I become sick to aid in my health.
Yes.
You start now so that you can it becomes easy for you to do, essentially.
Right. Okay.
Should help
Why
relax.
did you choose to do nursing? Why did you want to go to the school of nursing?
I love the nursing component, the whole checking blood as well. My mom is also a nurse, so she kind of inspired me to come into this field. I specifically like to work with children, so pediatric nursing is one thing that I'm really interested in as well. But the whole nursing aspect, taking care of people, not only for their physical well-being but also their mental well-being as well is very important to me, and I find that very intriguing.
Yes, that's good. I always said if I had to live my life over again, I would be in healthcare industry. I'll have
It's
a
never
job
too
for
late.
life. I'll have a job for life. I'll take care of myself and my families. We all need a nurse and doctors at some point. Yeah. So I applaud you as well for choosing this profession, and I think you're on the right path. And it's very important for everyone to understand their numbers from a young age. Yes, I see there's massages, nail painting, some entertainment activities. Just speak to them for me, please.
All right, so our program will be hosted by Mrs. Nordia England Prout, which is the program director for hospitality. She is very good and she knows how to entertain a crowd. So we'll be having that done by her. Now we'll be having a massage done by the Cayman
Correct.
Career Academy. They'll also be doing nail painting and yes, I told you about the massages. Is there? I think oh yeah. Yes, and our school will be demonstrating some of the procedures we typically do as a nurse. So if persons are interested in seeing how venipuncture is done, or dressing, or passing different tubes, we'll be doing that as well. So that will be demonstrated to the public.
Okay, and there's refreshments and a grand prize, Caymanese voucher.
Yes,
So there's a chance to travel someplace where Caymanese travels as well,
yes.
and other surprises. Miss
But there's a
Guida,
little trick to that. There's a little trick to
that's
that part. Yes. So you have to visit. So we're having 18 booths. You have to visit at least 10 to qualify for the grand prize. So
okay.
we don't want persons to just come and sign up to receive a grand prize. You have to show that you have visited the booths.
All right, there's an incentive, exactly, and that's good. That's it. Miss Guida, would anyone interested in nursing attend the fair? Would you recommend that they should do that?
Yes, I do recommend, because we are at this point where we are doing intake for August. So if they're interested, we'll be there. We'll have a booth ourselves, and we'll provide information in terms of getting into the program, or how you can prepare yourself to get into the program. So definitely they can come on. We'll look at what they have. We'll record their data so that we can contact them after the fair and continue the conversation. So I encourage them to come on, especially if they want to start for August or even next year. They need to come.
Yes, and your strategy of promoting this school of nursing is have ramped up, and I'm sure you'll see a lot more people coming up, and I think they're getting aware of the importance of health and health care in Cayman society. I have another difficult question for Jada. And do you think a lot more people, a lot more nurses or Caymanian nurses or Caymanian women or men should participate in this course or should consider doing what you're doing and joining the School of Nursing?
I
And
do.
yes,
I do. There nurses are needed everywhere, especially in Cayman. Cayman is very small, but nurses are definitely needed. Especially love to be Caymanian nurses as well.
yes,
There is not a lot of males. I could say there's one male in my cohort, um, which is good, but there should be a lot more males that want to, come into the nursing
Yeah.
program. It's different, but it's good. Yeah, that's what I think.
okay. Josine, Miss Josine, why do you think that more males don't participate in these programs?
It's a stigma associated with the profession. Years gone by, it's a ladies' profession, so only women enroll in nursing.
Okay.
But we have to probably do away with that myth because a lot of males are nurses.
Yeah, and I agree. And times have changed now, and I
Right.
think we're going to see things moving on. And it's a good profession. But there are different areas of of healthcare rather than just being by a bedside. Because, like you're demonstrating at the event on Wednesday, there's a lot of testing to be done. And we're seeing more male nurses in those fields doing test lab work and that sort of thing. So I think that, there's a lot of different opportunities now that we can be aware of. And so, I think that this event, and Ms. Quinn, you could speak to it when I'm finished, but this event may be a way of encouraging not only the men, but the women to come on down and see what happens at the School of Nursing. Because I thought that UCCI was more for, learning about maths and English, those kind of things. And not, when I heard about the School of Nursing and the other one was the School of Hospitality, we're starting to see a different approach to how we educate and provide employment for our people in the country. And that's what I want to encourage. Can you comment? Yeah.
Well, yes, because we've graduated over 40 students so far, and they are mostly in the Cayman Islands. So there's an opportunity for persons who come into the program to be employed, and because nursing is a global profession, they can work anywhere in the world. Our program is recognized regionally, and so we're encouraging persons who want to have a career that can take them anywhere in this world to come on, join, especially the men, because we've only graduated 2 males so far, 2 males, and we have 2 now in the program. So, if we could get even 5 for August, that would be awesome.
That's good. Well, we'll spread the word and we'll encourage. And that's what we want to encourage people, especially to come to the fair on Wednesday. Just remind us the time and place and contact details where we can get information if you want to know about the fair.
All right, so it is Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. So it is this Wednesday.
Yes, okay.
From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we're trying to start we are starting promptly. Let me say that at 9 a.m.
Yeah. Yes.
You can find information on our Facebook page, on our website. Our website is ucci.edu.ky. In addition, if persons want information, they can contact the School of Nursing. They can contact me via email, jbrown@ucci.edu.ky.
Yes. And it will be held in the hall in.
It will be held, yes, in the hall.
Okay. Is the hall big enough for all those people, all those booths?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Well,
we have already designed the layout, so we know it can accommodate persons.
Well, I wish you all success, and I look forward to more of these health fairs, and maybe 2 or 3 times a year, because maybe I'm just wrapping up my my exams in the high school, and maybe I don't have time to go. Well, maybe I'm on vacation during this one, but I would recommend maybe 2 or 3 times a year. It's good to maybe have tests happening. So it's an idea for the future, because I think this is very beneficial to the community. And any final words? Let's start with Jada.
Make sure you come out and support us. It will be very fun and eventful.
Okay. Josine?
All right, I want to really thank the first year students. They have done an amazing job in coordinating this health fair. I would also like to thank our many exhibitors that will be present. I'm thanking them in advance for their hard work. We want to thank some other special persons who have made donations to this fair, such as HSA for the screening tools that we'll be using. Also for different agencies who have donated food, such as Kirk's Supermarket, and there are others. We would like to thank our main sponsor, which Ms. Guda will speak to, for our 10-year anniversary, who has done an amazing job and continues to do so. So I just encourage you all to come out. You will benefit from this health fair. I'm sure it's a promise you will benefit from this health fair.
Thank you. Ms. Quida?
Yes. I want to say that even though we're promoting nursing, student life will be there, and because the fair is on campus, persons who are interested in registering for UCCI courses in general, they too need to come on out, because even though it's health, career is also being promoted because of the different participants who will be there for both displays. So that's one thing that everybody else needs to know. Our main sponsor for our 10th anniversary is Health City Cayman Islands, and they we do appreciate that they have decided to take the lead in helping us to celebrate our 10th anniversary. And they will be there, and as I said, they will be doing the the hearing screening. So thank you, Health City, for taking lead and being our main sponsor for our 10th anniversary. Apart from the main prize, we're going to have other gift certificates, giveaways. If you want to come down, as I said, we're going to have light refreshments so you can get something to eat. We'll be having games and a lot of activities. And just come out and meet the students who have worked so hard. And thank you to Miss Justine. She has been on the ball. I really appreciate it because it took a little pressure off me. I've been there supporting behind the scenes, but I know Wednesday is going to be grand. It's going to be awesome. And just come on out and support us.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'd like to invite all our listeners and viewers and on social media pages as well to come on down to the UCCI campus on Wednesday at 9 a.m. for a great health fair and support our School of Nursing for UCCI. Thank you very much, ladies, and I hope to see you again soon. Maybe I get my blood pressure checked. I hope it's normal. See you soon. See you soon. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
Okay, goodbye. The story started 27 years ago when King and Lisa Flowers and the Flowers family broke ground at Cricket Square and built the first office building, the Pavilion. On the site of Cayman's original cricket ground, the vision was to create a business park within Georgetown that grew and evolved based on demand and that set new standards for commercial real estate. 2 years later, in 1997, the Brasserie restaurant opened. It was one of the first components of the Cricket Square and is the heart of CSQ, just like the kitchen is the heart of any home. Executive Chef Dean Max joined the team in 2001. Today, we are happy to welcome Nikki Callender, Marketing and PR Manager for Orchid Development, and Wellness Manager Tim Heath, to tell us more about the Brasseries Restaurant's 25th anniversary celebrations. Good afternoon, Nikki and Tim, and how are you doing this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Ralph. How are you
Good
doing?
afternoon.
It's great. I'm just feeling so hungry right now. Maybe I'll have to come on down to the brasserie and have lunch. But after this conversation,
Well, after the show, you must.
I must have
We're just sitting in this beautiful day in Cricket Square. We're just sitting in the Brasserie's garden right now. You can
Yes.
see sort of the beds and the produce behind us. So forgive any kind of background noise we've got going on, but we felt this was the best place to speak to you from today.
I am so happy. I remember walking past that area and I couldn't figure out what was under those green tents. Didn't realize that it was the same food I was going to be eating when I went to lunch. But this is where we can step back 25 years and tell me something about the history and what's this big celebration all about.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, 27 years ago, ground was broken in Cricket Square, and the first building here was the pavilion. But very soon after that, the restaurant opened. So the Brasserie is the heart of Cricket Square. It's really the home and the driving force for the farm to table ethos that populates all of the outlets here. And the vision really, I think, was to provide really great locally grown food for Georgetown, for residents, and then for this growing business community here in Cricket Square.
Yes. And who's your guest with you today?
So Tim has joined me. Tim Heath is our manager of wellness across Cricket Square. It's really at the heart of everything we do in terms of creating a space throughout the Cricket Square that really is driven in wellness. So you'll see that through our landscaping, little pockets where people can sit and relax and take a break from their desks, and then our whole kind of wellness program that Tim leads.
Okay. Well, welcome, Tim.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So what types of food do you serve in the brasserie?
Yeah, so this is the ethos is farm to table. So you can see just a small selection behind us of what we grow on site. But we're the early Cayman pioneers of farm to table, working very closely, growing our own produce, but working very closely with local farmers, which we continue to do today. So we have an entirely seasonal menu. It changes daily. The chefs here, so our chef de cuisine is Artemio Lopez, who's very familiar, I'm sure, to lots of your listeners and viewers. And then our executive chef is Chef Dean Max, who is based in the States but visits us very frequently and has a long string of amazing awards and accolades to his name. Has a career with several Ritz-Carlton properties, Pink Sands and Bahamas. And so he and Chef Artie come up with that seasonal menu. And it's all driven by what's growing behind us and by what the produce that grows at our Cocoa Bluff farm and plantation. So in addition to the beds that you see behind me, where we have fruit and vegetables and edible flowers growing, all throughout Cricket Square, you'll see that we have fruit trees. Even the bushes that are running along the side here are Suriname cherries, which we make sort of a bunch of different things. So we make a jam out of that. We make an amazing sangria from Patanga sangria, which comes from the Suriname cherries. And a lot of our shade trees here are fruit bearing or vegetables, and they all get used across the menus here. In addition to that, we are also home to Chateau Chooks, where we have over 100 chickens, our layers. At the moment, we have close to 200 chicks. So it's an overload of cuteness in Chateau Chooks at the moment. And not only do they produce and provide the eggs for the restaurant, but actually we use their shells for composting. We fertilize our produce with our chicken manure. And actually they are a fantastic addition to us in terms of recycling the food waste that comes from the restaurant. So they have a pretty rich and exciting diet of local produce. We have our Cocoa Bluff plantation, which has over 200 cocoa palms on it. And you'll see, if you look at the menu, there's quite a heavy coconut influence that goes across all of our outlets. So we use the coconut produce from there. It's also a location where we grow more fruit and vegetables. And it's also home to over 50 hives where we produce our brasserie honey. So our brasserie bees are hard at work producing not only honey but also a lot of wellness products and products that you'll see that we sell in the market. So that's everything through from the sort of raw, fresh honeycomb through to we have some mosquito repellents, some flu products, other wellness products, beauty products that are created from the brasserie bees products, and they're all on sale here. Yeah, and then
Wow,
as we've got
interesting.
the local produce that's growing around us, and then
Yes.
must tell you about brasserie catch 1 and 2. So you'll see that our menu frequently daily features fish specials.
Fish.
We have 2 fishing boats. They go out daily and they bring back the most sustainable and freshest catch that you find on the menu every day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why is farm to table so important?
it's
Um,
it's
I'm,
yeah, it's important for for a number of reasons. I think more and more people are concerned about where their food is coming from, and there's a real focus, I think, in recent years. I think particularly as we came out of the pandemic, and during that, as actually, how do we grow our own and how do we source local food?
yes.
And I think people are very concerned about carbon emissions and what it takes to bring produce to the table. And then on top of that, actually, your freshest, most flavoursome produce is when it's been picked and it's served just a number of hours later
Yes.
onto your plate. So it's not a new concept at all. It's actually very kind of like embedded in our culture and pretty traditional. But we're seeing more and more of a focus on it. So we really do consider ourselves to be the pioneer in this, having founded the restaurant 25 years ago, and
Yes.
that being really the driving force, not only for the brasserie but for the market, for Caboose and for Juiced and the Wicket. But we're really excited to see more and more people concerned about this, more and more people growing their own produce. We get a lot of questions and inquiries from people with asking for advice on how to grow fruit and vegetables. We're seeing it become an integral part of more and more restaurants on Ireland as well. So that's pretty
Yes.
exciting.
That's great. Actually, our previous guests from the UCCI were promoting their health fair on Wednesday, and actually were talking about wellness and the strategy of the new minister. Instead of taking care of the sick, why not encourage wellness? So here I'm seeing this is where we need to eat healthy, and this is perfect for what we're talking about today. That the food that you grow is fresh, and actually I started a diet on this type of foods. It's always good to have those that are not preserved, and have all those pesticides and so on. And Chef, can you tell me about the importance of healthy eating?
Yeah, no, I think it goes without saying. I think Nikki brought up some really salient points in that the the benefit of nutritious and nutrition in general, making sure that we're consuming foods that are nutrient rich and low calorie. When I'm coaching someone in terms of, and I'm not a dietitian, but within my scope of practice, I can give nutrition guidance is the way that it's worded. And when I'm coaching someone, I'm telling them about this concept of volumetric eating. And what that means is, our stomachs are only so big, right? You want to fill up your stomach with things that they take up a lot of space. However, calorie wise, they're lower in calories. And so the best way to do that will be
Yes.
through your fruits, through your vegetables, as they call in some places roughage, right? This is what will give us the most bang for our buck in terms of helping us to maintain a healthy weight, but also to make sure that we're getting the vitamins and the nutrients and the minerals that our bodies need to be able to operate on an amazing, optimally. Um, Everything from energy levels, sustain energy throughout the course of the day, to even neurology sees your synapses firing faster and more efficiently, and your thought processes are so much better. And that's not obviously just from working out, but it has a lot to do with how we fuel our bodies. And so that's what one of the things that I love about being here in this environment is that we're surrounded by this culture. We're creating a culture of wellness that extends outside of just working out. And I think for the longest, when I started in the industry about 20 years ago, the concept of wellness really wasn't there. It was just working out and maybe nutrition. But now we've evolved with this greater understanding of this is truly it's a holistic approach, mind, body, spirit. It's financial, it's it's ecological, and it's your environment, it's social, it's relationship, it's all of that. So to be a part of this is something special.
Okay. And that's the future for long life, from what I'm hearing. Like you said, Nikki, going back in time, this is how our parents grew up. I remember growing up in a family where there were chickens outside,
Yeah.
and we had a little backyard garden, as we called it. We called it green bananas were right there in the stream, and we actually ate all the food from our yard. And my parents lived long years, they past 80,
Yeah.
and they were healthy. And it's like this is what we grew up with, but somehow we went astray. But it's good to see that here in the Cayman Islands at the brasserie, we're coming back to our roots.
I think one of the other really exciting things about it is because all of our produce is seasonal and it's locally grown.
Yes.
You're going to discover things on the menu here that you often don't see in other places. I've marveled at our agricultural team in here who are growing, everything from guava to star fruit to ackee to the Suriname cherries that we talked about. So not all of them are indigenous, but they are locally grown, and actually nothing in here goes to waste either. So we have a huge herb garden, which you can see some of it growing behind me. Any herbs that aren't used, we dry, we put them into stock. We have a bakery on site, so any bread that doesn't get sold, that gets turned into breadcrumbs.
Right.
I mentioned that the food waste from the restaurant is not waste, it's very much used to feed our chickens. So there's this real cycle that kind of happens through here, and the menu is always changing. I think we made reference to Juiced, which is at the Wicket. So we have a juice bar on site as well, which is on the Wicket Green.
Yeah.
And that is open from 7 a.m. every day. And again, it's all seasonal produce and fruit that happens through there. We've recently bought in a trapiche, which is a sugarcane press. And so the team now are making fresh sugarcane and juice syrups on site. Which again, because there are no preservatives or, it's all natural ingredients that's going into the menu here, and a lot of thought surrounding that. And it's great to eat delicious food and feel good about it. And actually extends into our cocktail list as well. So if you want to come down and have like a garden gin and tonic, you'll find it full of full of goodies from the garden. So like the fresh peppers and herbs and our team behind the bar are very creative. In terms of incorporating all of these ingredients into our drinks as well, which is fun.
Yes. Tell me about the Cricket's Great Complex. I remember going there from when I used to work at Cayman National Bank. The brasserie was the only restaurant. Now, there are many others, and I could understand why, because the brasserie is so small with such good food, you're probably going to get filled up very soon. So you've expanded into other restaurants or other locations where you can get some good food.
Absolutely, and that's really happened. As I said, you kind of mentioned this kind of organic evolution of Cricket Square, and it's very much because it started with the pavilion, started with the brasserie at the heart of everything, and this desire to bring farm to table locally grown food. The brasserie is a fine dining restaurant, and we have a very busy, active tenant community here. So as the office space has developed, we know that people are looking for, maybe a quicker bite to eat. But you'll see that the rest of the outlets have evolved to serve those needs. So we have the market, which is adjoined and shares a kitchen with the brasserie. I think a lot of people are familiar with that. So we do. We serve breakfast and lunch. We're open till later in the afternoon. So great for sort of snacks, and all of that is homemade. So you've got everything from kind of protein bites, energy bites. Some fantastic treats, amazing banana bread, which I have to tell you about. Incredible mango cheesecake and mousse, which is great. But we have a salad bar where you can come through and you can make your own custom salad, which is very popular. Again, with all homegrown produce and vegetables and fruits through there. There is always a hot bar and a hot option. We have a seafood special that runs daily. And then also wraps and sandwiches that will happen. And we have a grab and go section because we also appreciate that people are very, sometimes just literally need to pop their head in, grab something and leave. And actually, a lot of our tenants take us up on online ordering as well. So you can order online with us through the Brasserie website, and we do free deliveries within Cricket Square too. Because again, we know that, in terms of convenience, people just really want something fast. We talked a little bit about Juiced. So Juiced is our daily, is our juice bar that's open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. All juice specials, smoothies are available there, all freshly pressed and made in the mornings and throughout the course of the day. That actually becomes the Wicket Bar on Friday evenings. So we run a happy hour at the Wicket Bar on Friday nights from 5 until 7, which is pretty popular, both with our tenant community and people who kind of, are not working in Cricket Square but enjoy all of the outlets. And then we have the Caboose, which is our smokehouse. So get a kind of an influence on all fresh produce and vegetables and things that are grown with us here. And then we have local sweet woods that are in that smokehouse that are producing all of our barbecue dishes on a daily basis. And that menu changes daily as well. So we got lots going on. And then also on site are our brasserie purveyors who provide the wine and spirits for the restaurant. So we have a fantastic new team member who joined us this year, actually. He's a master sommelier, a gentleman called Simone Ragusa, who has come to us from Italy. And he is an absolute aficionado on wine and all things wine related. So he's running a monthly Swirl wine tasting series with us, so people can come and try new wines, learn different things about wines once a month with us at Swirl.
Okay, great. Well, this week is your anniversary week.
Yeah.
Yes, and you have lots going on. Besides what normally happens, which you just explained to us, you have a special week starting from today?
Yeah.
Or it has started already?
Yeah,
Tell us
today. Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so we have a few all-week specials that are going on. So if you visit Juice this week, we're doing an anniversary special juice of the week, which is a mango tango smoothie. So that's a tropical blend of locally grown mangoes, our mangoes, orange, turmeric, and coconut jelly that comes from the Cocoa Bluff farm. And if you buy that this week, you'll get a limited edition reusable special anniversary cup. Just come down and see Minnie and the team. So that's all week on Monday through Friday. And then we're also featuring a very special menu in the restaurant, the Brasserie restaurant this week. It's $45 per person, and that is a fixed price menu. So it's featuring triggerfish schnitzel, which Chef Artie and the team have come up with. So the triggerfish has come in from Catch 1 and 2, I'm not sure which one, and they'll be catching that all kind of through the course of the week. But that's a really great menu and a really great price. So that's running all week. And then we've got a number of daily specials. So we're doing something a little bit different every day to celebrate. So if you visit the market today, you will receive 25% off drip coffee. If you come join us tomorrow, we're quite well known for our seasonal pop-up markets. We do farmers markets. We're hosting one tomorrow from 11:30 to 1:30. And that's our farm team who are going to be showcasing all of our homegrown local products. So our local produce, including our coconuts and our fruit and vegetables, which people can come and buy. The agricultural team are amazing at giving gardening tips. So actually, if you want some advice on how to grow things, you can pop by and ask them. Okay. And then also there'll be all of our Brasserie Bee products, which I mentioned, they're everything from kind of beauty and wellness products through to actually the raw, amazing Brasserie honeycomb. And we'll be selling the Chateau Chook eggs as well. So that's with the farm team tomorrow from 11:30, and that's just on the steps of the Brasserie restaurant. On Wednesday, we've got a delicious market breakfast special. So we're doing smoked brisket, which will come from the Caboose, and eggs Benedict from our Chateau Chook's eggs, and that's available Wednesday morning at the market for breakfast. Thursday, the Caboose are hosting a lunch special. So Dean Max, I think I mentioned, is not with us all the time, but he will be here this week. And he'll be cooking up a storm in the Caboose on Thursday. And so that's our lunch special at the Caboose. And then on Thursday evening, Simone Ragusa will be celebrating our 25 years with a very special edition of our Swirl wine tasting. So we will be looking and tasting 5 exceptional wines from California. So that's Napa Valley, Santa Barbara, Alexander Valley, Sonoma County, and Domaine Chandon. And those wine tastings samples come with very special pairings that have been prepared with produce from our garden, prepared by Chef Artie. So there's seasonal pairings with all of those. And that's we do have a few tickets left for that. Our swirl wine tastings always sell out, but if people are interested, they can get in touch with us. Tickets for that are $65 a head. And then Friday, we're rounding it all out with a very special dinner. It's a certified Angus beef dinner. So Chef Dean Max and Artie and Chef Artie and Simone will be preparing and hosting a really super dinner. So that's 4 courses, each featuring certified Angus beef, fresh catch from our boats, and seasonal produce from our garden. So that will include our brasserie bees honey and our coconut products. And then the wine pairings are from Simone, and I know he's got some very special wines lined up for this Friday. So yeah, it's a really exciting dinner. We're looking forward to that one. That's Friday evening from 6 o'clock, and the tickets are $175 a head. And if people would like more information about the program and the schedule, because we've got a lot going on this week, they can find out more on the Brasserie website, which is brasseriecommand.com, or they can drop an email to reservations@brasseriecommand.com, and we can send them more information. We have the full schedule lined up there, and we're very happy to email it out to anybody that wants to see it too.
Okay. It's amazing. I have to move my bedroom someplace closer because I wouldn't have to go home for lunch, breakfast, or dinner. Everything's right there.
It is.
And it's healthy. And there's a gym on the site as well.
There is.
Absolutely.
I'm amazed with this wellness in Cricket Square. You know, it's not just good eating, but we have wellness. Can you speak to wellness?
Yeah.
What do you have? You know, and so I've seen some bikes and what's happening. Yeah.
So we have the club, which was open, I believe, in 2019. We currently have a team, including myself, of 12 instructors, personal trainers that operate out of the club. We have a very diverse class schedule that is offered. 23 classes we offer every week, and they range from anything from yoga to Bollywood Indian dance to Latin dance to spinning to boot camp to jump rope classes, abs classes. We have, a class that's akin to essentially taking a nap. It's a meditation class that we offer Sunday mornings. So there's something for everyone. I always tell people that our tagline should be the place where everyone belongs, because there's something for everyone to do. And it's not just, again, the people who like to lift weights, but there are some of our members who only come to the more restorative and meditative classes. They'll come to yoga faithfully. They'll come to meditation faithfully. And that's their wellness. That's what they enjoy doing. You have some people who come and they just dance all week. So they're doing the Bollywood Indian dancing. They're doing the Latin dancing. And one of the things that, Nikki touched on earlier is that the inquiries that we get from people about how to grow certain fruits and vegetables and in the best way, at the core of wellness is education, right? It's empowering people to be able to be self-sufficient. And that's another thing that we do a lot of within the club and within Cricket Square, through lunch and learn programs, through collaborations with hospitals in the area, through biometric screenings, making sure that people know their numbers so they are empowered to make some sort of healthy change. And so we really are, yes, we're a gym in a traditional sense, but we are so much more than that, and that we are a holistic wellness center that is the heart of wellness sort of physically within Cricket Square. And even our collaborations, Nikki mentioned the nutrition plans and how there's such fine attention to the detail of everything that's served here and the organic nature of everything, and how we now have a healthy meal plan delivery service that we're piloting this month. and just working with a registered dietitian on delivering certain meals that would keep that waistline where it should be and or where it needs to be.
Yes.
And that is also something that we deliver then to our tenants here within Cricket Square.
Excellent, excellent.
And I think Tim
Nikki,
touched on the kind of the sustainability element as well, and how this sort of wellness really is a thread that weaves throughout. So one of the other things that we have is we encourage people to walk as much as possible. It's beautifully landscaped and shaded to encourage that around Cricket Square. But we also have a number of sort of alternative transportation options as well. So you'll see if you come down here, we've got bikes that are available to hire. We have scooters that are on site. And we also have our Cricket Square shuttles. We have a couple of, I think we have 3 shuttles that will take tenants of Cricket Square outside of Cricket Square, so within a mile of Cricket Square. So, I mean, we all know that parking and traffic can be quite problematic. You can grab a shuttle here and travel within a mile of Cricket Square to run your errands, take your doctor's appointments. You just call them, the numbers on the shuttle, and they will come and pick you up and then bring you back as and when you're ready to return. So we're trying to get people to maybe use their cars a little less, get out on foot, and when the weather, is a little too warm for that, then we have our shuttle service that can also run you around.
You actually read my mind, because the question I was gonna ask you is, with all this activity happening and all these people coming, where are they gonna park?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have ample parking, but we would like people to really think about everything like I said, we talked about the importance of farm to table and actually the impact on the planet, which is is key. We'd love people to think about alternative transportation. We know that it's not always convenient for people to share transport, or to once they're into Cricket Square, you may need to run an errand or get to school, and we recognize that. So we're really thinking about what are some of those needs that people have that make it less,
And
need the car less. And we also have in partnership with CUC, we have electric charging on site as well. So if people have electric vehicles, they can charge them here.
And I also recommend walking. I think we don't walk enough in the Cayman Islands. I remember traveling to large cities, and to get from the train to where I was going to the meeting, it was a good 20-minute walk, but I felt good afterwards. And I think that, we can encourage some more walking. I think we will all benefit from it. And the way I see things are laid out in Cricket Square, I think you have to walk around, and that's good. There are a lot of trees. I love the foliage. It was well designed, and just looking behind you, where you see those trees that are blowing in the wind, that's caused a little mic problems earlier.
Sorry about that.
But that's nature, and we need nature. We don't want smoke coming in our eyes and ears. And I love the outside. I think that the layout of the whole restaurant and the food and everything's was designed specifically for that. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. Very much in terms of space planning and landscaping, it's walkable, it's shaded. A lot of thought goes into not only that landscaping planning, but actually the buildings, the tenants' needs, but the sustainability as well. So you'll see if you drive past on Elgin Avenue that we have our next phase building is under construction.
Yes.
Due for completion early in 2025. Our new tenants will be moving in then. It's Pavilion East, and it's a 7-story building. It's being designed and built entirely to LEED Gold standards, which means it is the most sustainable building you can build. It will be certified LEED Gold as well. So a lot of thought and planning and effort is going into making sure it is the most energy efficient building. And that the same as we have with 6, which is our second most recent building. So a lot of thought goes into that too. We're thinking about wastewater and energy efficiency and power usage, and where we can pull solar and where that can be implemented. And space planning is hugely important to us. It's a huge part of the experience here.
Before we wrap up, I want you to do me a favor, please. A special surprise for you. We have a nice short video. I want you to just explain to our listeners on the radio what we are looking at.
Yeah.
And there it is.
So what you're seeing here is one of our harvest dinners. We run these throughout the course of our harvest season, which Cayman's harvest season, the most bountiful produce is between November and April, May. So you can see preparation here happening for our February harvest dinner. We host these in the garden where Tim and I are sat this afternoon. We start them with a cocktail reception and those delicious kind of seasonal canapes that the kitchen team put together. Our chef and Dean often comes for these events. And then those dinners then move through to the caboose, which we talked about as our smokehouse. But they're all under the stars, seasonal produce. Quite frequently, we're joined by international visiting chefs. So our February dinner was in partnership with Chef Niven Patel, who was a former chef at the brasserie. And what you're looking at now is the garden where we're sat, which is just beautiful in the evenings as well. So people all year round, if you wish to, you can dine out here as long as it's not raining. And also the guests are moving across to the caboose for the harvest dinner. We serve those family style. Dean is going to be with us this week to celebrate our 25 years. And we'll be planning out the 23-24 season during this visit. So readers and viewers can keep an eye on our website and you'll see some of the events that are coming up in the 23-24 season. But they're very popular events. They feature all of our best of Cayman seasonal produce and prepared right in front of you, which is pretty cool to see happening.
Amazing. I'm just looking at the video and it's it's amazing. I want to be in the next one, it's not working, but sort of being a guest there. Okay. This is amazing. Well, I want to thank you very much for coming on the conversation today. And I want to invite you back at some point. I wish you all the best in your celebrations.
Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you and your viewers over the course of this week. Like I say, if people are interested in learning more or finding out more about the schedule this week, if they visit brasserie-cayman.com, they'll find all the details there.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I guess, thanks for coming on. And
thank you,
see you next time, Nikki.
We'll see you soon.
All right.
Take care.
Okay, very good.
Bye now. Bye.
Thank you for joining Cayman Conversations today. We had two great conversations and I really enjoyed them. One was from UCCI and we just finished with the brasserie and Nikki and her guests. Cayman Times newspaper is once again a free newspaper in print and online. You can pick up your copy today or tomorrow, any days from any gas stations, supermarkets, pharmacies, and many other locations. Remember to like, share, and follow Cayman Times social media pages. I want to say a big shout out to our streaming engineer, none other than my son Lance, did a wonderful job keeping you up to date with what's happening here. And Cayman Conversations, the production of the Cayman Times newspaper. Join us tomorrow for another great conversation and have a great afternoon with some Cayman kind music. Goodbye.
Red light.
Yeah.
Na, 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 na.
The sun is up, the sun is up. The sun is up and it's smiling. Another clear blue perfect day.
Paradise.
A warm breeze from the ocean.
Warm breeze blows your troubles away.
Show me what you can do. You're an A+. Class in session now. I hope you're ready to move. It's a dancing session now. I know you're in the mood. Follow the teacher now. Swing towel and follow procedure now. Shake feathers and follow the leader now. James Carey, the soca teacher now. Back it up and push it out and swing it up and bring it back down and put on your face and match up the place and turn around and roll up your waist and back it up now, push it up now, swing it up and bring it back round and turn around and spin around and slow it down. Class in session now. I hope you're ready to move. It's a dancing session now. I know you're in the mood. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. You're a neighbor. Take time and wine like you have something to prove. Waistline, waistline, waistline. I like it how you move. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. Work that A+. My girl, come to the front now. Push up your hand now. Show off your work now. Push up your grade now. You teach your class now. Exam time now. Show them your pass now. One in the grade now. Back it up and push it out and swing it up and bring it back down and put on your face and match up the place and turn around and roll up your waist and back it up now. Push it up now. Swing it up and bring it back down and turn around and spin around and slow it down. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. You're a A+. Come to the front now. Push up your hand now. Show off your work now. Push up your grade now.
I wanna love you more. A man looks to his woman, says I don't know what you see in me. You make me feel this way. Many years go by, we live, we laugh, we cry. She said, from the start you stole my heart. I wanna love you more and more. And don't you know I wanna love you more and more. Friends in a car, one says he's going far to make a better way. The other he exclaimed, I wish I felt the same. No matter where you go, I want you to know that I wanna love you more and more. And don't you know I wanna love you more and more and more. And don't you know, out there on the streets, strangers we will meet. We all have different views to show, but if we join our heads and hands to make a master plan, see the colors make a beautiful rainbow. Oh yeah, oh. Oh yeah, oh. What in the world have we come to? Whom this life should we run to? We all know the answer. Ways to gift of forgiving. Look at the life that we live in. I want you to know that I wanna love you more and more. And don't you know I wanna love you more and more and more. And don't you know, though we come from different sides, living different lives, ooh, that's okay. It's still the same old sun shines on everyone every day. Oh, I and more and more. And don't you know, I wanna love you more and more and more. Ooh, oh yeah, I wanna love you more and more and more. And don't you know, I wanna love you more and more. Ooh, oh yeah, I wanna love you more and more and more. Don't you know, I wanna love you more and more and more. Miss everything, where have you been? Oh, I've searched for you my whole life through. Miss everything, miss everything, where have you been? Oh, I've searched for you my whole life through. Miss everything. She walks and talks the way I love. Miss everything. She's a special kind of girl, and I want her in my world, Lord. Make good love to me, make good love to me, make good love to me all the time. Miss everything, where have you been? Oh, I've searched for you my whole life through. Miss everything. She walks and talks the way I love. Miss everything. She's a special kind of girl. Let's just let this love unfurl, Lord. Make good love to me, make good love to me, make good love to me all the time. Miss everything, where have you been? Oh, I've searched for you my whole life through. Miss everything. She walks and talks the way I love. Miss everything. She walks and talks the way I love. Miss everything. She's a special kind of girl. Let's just let this love unfurl, Lord. Make good love to me, make good love to me, make good love to me all the time.
Marcus Garvey said, what's it there?
Wheresoever you go throughout the world, the black man is discarded, is ostracized, is relegated to the lowest of things, social, political, and economical. This therefore should just a problem and one that must be solved.
Oh yeah, Black Man story, real life story. Listen up while I shout out Babylon. Black Man my story, don't try to stop me. 500 years under colonial plan. Emancipation, liberation through democracy. Long time we trod in freedom roads and still not free. Equal rights and justice for humanity. We want one God, one aim and one destiny. Black my story, not his story. I come here something mash down Babylon. I black my story, don't try to stop me. I just this time in a the Gideon. For the thieves, bloodsuckers and the wagonists, I'm here to tell you, say shadows will come to light. If you want to say your life, make your deeds positive. And no more sorry excuses are gone bye-bye. Good night, yeah. And now I lay you down to sleep. I know your mama weeps. I cry, yes, I cry. But that's the way we're living out here on the street. Black, black, black. Whoa,
Like
hey.
you have to fight your way to it when you will.
Black my story. Weeping and the wailing and the gnashing of teeth. Black my story. Don't try to stop me. I come here something but down Babylon. Black my story. Real life story. A judgment time in a the Gideon. Discrimination, segregation and hypocrisy. Mental abuse and economic slavery. Equal rights and justice with morality. We want one God, one aim and one destiny. Unite, unite, yeah. Freedom fighters take the streets. No time to be weak. I cry, yes I cry. But Jah will take the curse away from I and I. Black, black, my story. Black is not his story. Black, 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 my story. Black is not his story. Black, 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 my story. Black is not his story. Black, 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 my story. Oh yeah, yeah. Black my story in misery. I come here something but down Babylon. Black my story down in Milwaukee. I just this time in a the Gideon. Yeah, black my story. Don't profile me. I come here something but down Babylon. I black my story. Real life story. I just this time in a the Gideon. Black my story. Police brutality. Listen up while I chat down Babylon. Black my story, don't try to stop me. 500 years under colonial plan. Yeah, black, black, black my story, cause we should be free. Justly love mercy, walk humbly. That's how the world should be. Don't judge a book by a cover until you look under and see just what the pages read. Misunderstood, misconstrued. Don't let your attitude ruin the best of you and me. I just wanna be free. To be the best part of me. Don't watch me drown. Show me love when I am down. And now we need equality. Let me tell you about my brother called Ray. Now down here in the islands, Ray is Ray. But back home, his identity, his birthright is out of sight. Cause all you see is white light. You never saw the man, you never saw his heart. Cause all you ever saw was the black part. I'm a black man, the best you ever known. Let me step up on this microphone and take a seat on my throne. There's other black kings who don't submit to the system and don't need to wear the ring. Power to the people, got my mind on blast. About to take this message to the street, fast like flash. And in the dash, we gon' flash. Breaking down these barriers to race that's been dwindling our past. I just wanna be free to be the best part of me. Don't watch me drown. Show me love when I am down. And now we need equality. Our hearts are so deceitful. We don't realize that we're all equal. But everyone's repairable with a gift that's a miracle. There's a crown of great renown in the book that's upside down. So open up the page, dissipate the rage. It's time to engage. It's time to engage. I just wanna be free to be the best part of me. Watch me drown. Show me love when I am down. And now we need equality.
Well. Yesterday I was broke. Today I got paper beyond your dreams. That's gone up in smoke, and everything ain't what it seemed. Real comeback story. Come back, real comeback story. Yesterday I was womanless. Today you checking out my beauty queen. Who job place I say no man taste. I believe that for real. Real comeback story. Come back, real comeback story. Yesterday I was walking the block. Today you checking out my chariot. And some wanting what I've got. You put nothing in this pot. Real comeback story. Come back, real comeback story. Yesterday I was broke. Today I got paper beyond your dreams. That's gone up in smoke, and everything ain't what it seems. Real comeback story. Real comeback story. Muncie boat in the sound. When you talk about blue squad head all around. Lambert said to Bertie,
Boy, give me a soldier head.
Bertie said to Lambert,
Boy, all the scores is dead. Muncie.
Muncie boat in the sound. Boy, Muncie boat in the sound.
Muncie.
When you talk about blue squad head all around. Muncie boat in the sound. Boy, Muncie boat in the sound. When you talk about blue squad head all around. Muncie said to Lambert,
Boy, give me a soldier bait.
Lambert said to Muncie,
Boy, all the soldiers is dead.
all the soldiers is dead, boy, all the soldiers is dead.